future winners! Today is Friday and we are going to look at one very important endgame. We have this position, it's played by Nepomniachtchi against Sarana, Russian Championship Superfinal this year, so it's pretty new. We have this position and it's white to move. We asked you on Instagram, why did he play King b3? This move is a very important move and is showing the whole plan and how to win this position. So first, white is a pawn up, but how is he going to convert it? Let's think. Logical plan was to play f4. But after f4, black can play b4. And if we take, for example, then rook b4, rook a1, rook a b8. And it's not clear who is winning. Actually, black has more chances to win this game. So, absolutely no. Second attempt is to play bishop c4. But then black is going to take, and he is going to be very active and he has many chances to make a draw. So it's of course not something that white wants. That's why he played king b3. Awesome move. Idea is that after b4 he can play c4 and then everything's alright and white is going to win. So black didn't play b4, he played bishop d6, bishop e2. White activated all of his pieces and he's preparing to push f3 or f4. Of course he's going to protect pawn on g3 and he's clearly winning because black has more than two weaknesses. He has a weak b5 square, f7 and h5. Now it's just a matter of time when white is going to win the game. b4, c4. Of course, now you can completely see the idea of a king b3 move. It's a key moment for the whole game actually, but from now on it's easier to win when you did this properly. Rook a5. This move looks active and looks good because he is protecting on h5 and threatening to play rook e5 and attack on e4. But there were better moves, believe it or not. First let's look at rook d8. Idea is to play bishop e5 to exchange one rook, because if we exchange one rook it will not be so tense like before and black will have much chances to win. So exchanging one rook, it's not always the rule, but here it is. There was an even better move. Rook g8. Idea is that white can play f3 or f4 because black is simply going to take, and then with other rook he is going to come to d8 and try to exchange one rook. So very good move, but black didn't see it. So it's c4, rook a5, rook d2, rook b6, rook f d1, and white did everything he wanted. He doubled rooks on d line, he's preparing to push pawns, he will play of course rook d3 to protect on g3, he is more active and he is a pawn up. So he is clearly going to win in few moves. Rook a7, rook d3. Of course, I already said that he wanted to protect the pawn on g3, but here's a very interesting moment that all of white pieces are on white squares and all of black pieces on black squares. That's not so common in chess to see something like that. Rook a8, f3, it was final time to push this pawn, pawn takes f3, bishop takes f3, and right now rook g8, but it's too late. We already told you when was the right time to do it, and here you can clearly see the deepness of rook g8 in that moment. Bishop h5, and it was very hard to see e5 move, so we are not blaming him, but it was of course better. Rook g3, rook g3, bishop g3, c5, and white has two passed pawns. And this moment was not the best and ideal moment for black to change rooks, like when a rook was on d8, so it's a difference. Rook b7, king f1, putting pressure on f7, king f8, bishop g4. Black needs to pay attention to e6 pawn, not to blunder it. So, king e7, h5. And technically, white succeeded in keeping both pawns. And now it's easy to win when he has c5 and h5 pawn. Rook c7, rook c1, but patiently, not to blunder anything in the end. When you already did everything, you saw king b3, and then it would be very sad to blunder in the end. So patiently, don't worry and don't hurry. Bishop e5, bishop e2, rook c8, rook c2. That's what I said, patiently. Rook b8, h6. Now this pawn is becoming a big danger. Rook h8, king takes b4, he got other pawn, rook takes h6, king a5, rook h4, b4. Supportive passed pawns. Rook e4. White simply decided to give that pawn, because those pawns, b4 and c5, are much stronger than those on e6 and f7. Black doesn't have a chance to push one, so those are very weak, and white's pawns are very powerful, and they are of course going to decide the game. b5, rook e3, b6, so only two more squares till promotion. Rook a3, king b4, rook a1, bishop c4. Idea of bishop c4 is to cover check on a2 actually. So rook b1, king a5, rook a1, and now bishop a2. King d8, c6. Now are both pawns very near to promotion. Bishop c7, the last chance, and it's important not to blunder. If you take here, black will take, and he will try to go to endgame where you have rook and bishop against rook, and it can be a draw. Of course, that is a draw actually. But here is not so clear because there's a pawn on c6, but anyway, it is much better to play like a white played, rook d2, and after king c8 to take. It's not the same because there are mating threats right now. Everything changed. King c7, king d5, king c8, king b6, and the mating threats I was talking about are c7 and rook d8 mate. Here's how white is going to protect himself from checks with bishop, so very interesting. This game is all about some patterns and some interesting stuff. Bishop b3, rook b1, rook d3. We are threatening c7 and checkmate, so of course rook c1, bishop a4, rook b1, bishop b5, rook c1 because of c7, bishop a6, king b8, and rook d1, checkmate. And that's how white won this game. The most important thing from this video is king b3 move. So think carefully, even if you have a pawn, even if you're completely winning, you should think and see if your opponent has counter chances. If not, then it's okay. But if do, then try everything to stop them. Subscribe to our channel not to miss next week's episode, and see you soon.